What's going on, y'all? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you training business owners and club owners why you need to be running ads for your training business to generate leads so you guys can stop relying on word of mouth, SMS and email, partnerships, and other inconsistent methods of lead gen, getting athletes into your training business. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Noah Varner. I help private sports training companies and clubs double their lead gen efforts in order to double the amount of athletes they bring into their business and ultimately double the amount of revenue that their business makes. And let's get right into it, guys. So I'm really excited about today's training, right? So really, I'm huge on ads. I think, as personally, as somebody who ran a soccer academy himself and dealt with the problems of inconsistent methods, right? Like always relying on referrals and word of mouth and sending out emails and SMS, like cold SMS and emails, like getting partnerships with coaches, like all these inconsistent methods that just I would always be waiting, like, when is my next lead coming in? Like, am I going to sign enough clients this month? Right? Like, and it's very daunting. And if you're watching this and you feel the same thing, I feel what you're feeling, which is it's a scary thing because you don't know where your next lead's coming from. Right. And that's the difference between your business growing and your business starting to die. Right. And so that's what I'm going to be going over in today's video. We're going to be just going purely into ads. Now, I just wanted to show you some social proof just to show you guys that I do know what I'm talking about. Here's the March ad report that I ran for my personal soccer academy back in last March. We did over 79. We generated 79 leads. And I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. We generated 79 leads on $860 spent, so about $10 per lead, and that converted into over 40 book trials for my academy with a 50% booking rate, and we were closing at 35%, which is an average for sales calls, and we cash collected over $5,200 in revenue, which is a 6.13 return on our ad spend. So we spent $860 to make $5,200, which is pretty awesome. And honestly, 5-to-1 return, that's an industry average. Now, here's one of the clients that I'm working with currently. This is Robbie and David. They own a soccer academy in the UK. These guys have been absolutely killing it in their first week that we've been running two separate ads. Both have generated a total of 126 ads with a 63 pound per pound result. And they've booked over 42 trial sessions from those 115 or 126 leads, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, think about how much, what that could do for your business. Okay, so let's get right into it, guys. So what is an ad, right? So ad is short for advertisement, right? Like in which your entire world is revolved around, right? Like ads are all over your social media. I mean, they're on TV, they're on YouTube, they're in your house, they're on the street. I mean, ads are literally everywhere if you recognize them or not, right? I mean, look at your Instagram and Facebook feed right now, right? Like every 5 posts that you go onto Facebook and you Instagram and you scroll, right, is an ad, which is incredible, right? And there's over $674 billion are spent on ads every year, year round. A billion with a B. Every company in the world, a billion, 674 billion. Okay, all the biggest companies and businesses in the world rely on their ads for their marketing. So why aren't you? Okay, now why do you need ads? Like, why are ads so important? Why am I such a big believer in ads? All right, like, first off, the biggest problem that sports training business owners run into in the industry today is they don't have a consistent, reliable way of getting methods. Like, we're all stuck back in 2005 where we're doing, you're either doing word of mouth, referral programs, email and SMS marketing. You're probably either a club coach, you have club partnerships, right? Like referral programs, I did not spell that right, and other methods that are just inconsistent, right? Like the best and only way to find, in my experience, and finding consistent, reliable clients is running ads. Now you're probably watching this like, Noah, but I'm generating like 6 to 8 leads from these other methods. Like, I don't need ads. I'll tell you right now, those methods are great until they're not, until they stop working, until everybody's dried out from referring you, until there's no more clubs to partner with, right? Until you've hit all the SMS and emails, you've sent all the DM, you've done everything, right? Those will tap out. I know because I did it. It happened to me, right? So running ads is the only way to find consistent new clients and finding like dozens of them a month. It's the only way. It's the only system, right? In social media, ads aren't going anywhere, right? Like if anything, it's only going to get worse. And you guys are just sitting on the sidelines right now by not running your ads on social media. Like you need to take part, right? Something that I always say is like the 1% produce for the 99. So you need to pick a side. Are you going to be a part of the 99% that consumes people's ads, or are you going to be the 1% that produces the ads? Right? Obviously, you want to be a part of the 1% because that's where the 1% makes all the money, right? So you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines, guys. You want to be a part of the game. All right. And if you're on social media, I'm sure, and you're in an area that's popular, I'm sure you've seen your competition's ads and you see that they're doing it, right? And if your competition's running ads, they're crushing you, right? And if nobody's in your area running ads, then you especially need to start running ads because then you can take advantage and your results can end up looking like Robbie and David's here who don't have any competition in their area and are generating this many leads for this cheap and they're high quality leads, right? Like regardless of if you have competition or not, you have got to be running ads because you will be left behind. You will be left behind. Like you will not survive this business climate today without running social media ads. Simple as that. Okay. Now, what type of ads should you be running and how do they work? Okay. So Instagram and Facebook ads, right? Like there's so many different advertisements you can run on so many different platforms. Like you can run Yelp ads, you can run Google ads, and which are all great, right? But you're paying a lot more per lead. And like Google ads are good because you can get like specific ads that are looking for like people that are specifically looking for training that are looking it up and searching it on the search engine, right? But it's a high cost per lead. Like we're talking 20, 30 bucks a lead. And that doesn't even guarantee that they sign up with you, right? So that's why Instagram and Facebook ads are so awesome, right? Everybody uses social media right now. I mean, look at you. You're watching the video right now. You probably saw me on Instagram as well. That's probably where you came from, right? Social media, right? Like everyone and their brother is using either Facebook or Instagram for literally multiple hours a day. Like think about it. Like you're just sitting there scrolling on the toilet. You're scrolling, sitting on the couch and watching TV. People are scrolling while driving. Like people are on that crap all day. All right. And specifically, y'all's target audience is on Facebook all day. Like parents are on Facebook all day, right? So why aren't you putting your stuff in front of them? If you know that they're on that stuff all day, why aren't you putting your stuff in front of them, right? Like when people scroll on social media, every 5 posts, there's one advertisement, okay? People scroll for hours, all right? Pause the video right now and go look at social media and count, right? Because this was a game changer for me, right? Go look at social media, pause the video, and scroll through Instagram and Facebook and count. You'll see sponsored ad, you'll go 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts, 5 posts, ad again, and so on and so forth. People are literally scrolling through hundreds of posts. They could see your ad dozens of times in one sitting, right? Like, which is ultimately what you want, right? Like, there has never been a point in history where the average person like you and I can put advertisements in front of people for an affordable cost, in front of literally thousands of people. Like you can access hundreds of thousands of people with your ads. And at no point in human history has this been possible up until about 10 years ago, right? Because of the dawn of social media. Before, you had to buy TV time, you had to buy billboard time. Like we can't afford that, but now you can, right? This is why you need to take advantage of it. It's time to take advantage of it. But at first you need to understand how the algorithm works. Okay, so simply, the algorithm works so you create an ad, you post the ad with some local targeting, and then essentially it sends out your ad to multiple groups of people within that chosen demographic and target. So you probably chose, parents of ages of school children, blah, 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 and you've got a targeting of 8 miles, whatever, right? But it sends it out to all of those people within the demographic and targeting that you chose, like everybody, right? So people that, like, let's say you're in soccer, you'll send out your first ad, and it's not necessarily going to be shown to just all soccer parents, right? It's going to be sent out to all parents. And then what's going to happen is the people that start interacting with these ads, these people are going to be classified as like a type of person within the algorithm. So Meta is going to classify them as like, okay, this is working. These type of people are interacting with this ad. So that must mean that these are soccer parents. Okay, so then they retarget those ads. Instead of showing it to everybody, now they focus on a specific type of person to send that ad to so they can get the best results. right? Because think about it. They have so much data, guys. They own everything that you know. Like, it's scary, yes, but you need to take advantage of it. They have all the data. They know how many kids you have. They know what your kids do on a daily basis. They know how old they are. They know what sports they play. They know what food they consume. They know everything about you, and it's really scary. But they use that data to retarget your ad to get you the best results, because ultimately Meta wants you to win because you pay them more money. That's what I love about this, is it's a pay to win game. Like, they want you to win. Facebook wants you to win, because if they don't get you results, then you don't come back and spend more money. Now, I'm sure some of you are watching this be like, well, I spent like $50 and it didn't work. And I'm going to go over that in a second on why it didn't work, right? But they want you to spend money, because that, what just happened, what I just explained, was you'll leave and you never come back to spend. They don't want that to happen. They want you to spend a lot of money with them. So they're going to get you the results as best as they can, because that's what's going to keep you around, right? And it's going to be profitable. So at that point, why not run ads? You'd be stupid not to run ads. They are like, you are paying them to get success out of it. Like, if you don't find success, that's against their business model. You're not going to come back. So it's not a waste of money, right? Like, it's only a good thing, right? They want you to win. Now, what do you need to run ads? Okay, so running ads is really simple. All right, like, you don't need much. Okay, like, first off, you need a CRM in place for lead management. All right, so don't use Google Sheets. If you're somebody who's on Google Sheets, don't use that. Okay, you should be using a CRM. All right, I give all of my coaches our Next Coach CRM. So this is like our back end system, and this is one of the coaches that I work with, right? But this is a back end system that we use to manage everybody's leads. Internet was acting funny, but that's fine. But yeah, basically you want a back-end system like a Next Coach. So we give our clients a back-end system that manages all their leads. It manages their calendars, their sales calendars. It collects all their payments, does the DocuSign on there, does all their marketing. More importantly, it automates a ton of their business, because if you guys decide to run ads on Google Sheets, you're going to have to go into the ad manager, download the ads, then import into Google Sheets, and then look through the ads, and then tag the ads, and then put them into a new system. Like, that takes forever. You're not going to be able to do that, especially not every day, right? So you need a system in place that is going to allow you to do that, and that's what we provide for our clients. All right. And then 2 is a business Facebook and Instagram page. Okay. Very easy with Ad Manager setup. Just set up a simple business Facebook and Instagram page, connect the two, and connect it to your Ads Manager. Okay. Ads Manager is just like the simple like Ads Manager here, where you got all the data in and you can tell like what you're doing for running ads and all that kind of great stuff. Okay. 3, you're going to need 30 pieces of content. All right. Now, this doesn't mean you guys need to be like God tier content creators. That's not what this means at all. Like, you guys just need 30 pieces of content that is just essentially just demonstrates like, I'm a good trainer. I'm a good trainer. I have good sessions. I have players and I have testimonies. That's it. You don't need some highly edited crap. You don't need some high quality content. You don't need that. Like, David and Robbie, the guys that I've been running the ads for, like, these guys, they have barely anything up there. They have like 30 pieces of content. All it does is just display that they have trainings, they have players, and they get results. And that's all people want to see to trust you. Okay. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's the only point of the 30 pieces of content, is to get you to trust them. All right. And then 4, your best and most satisfying videos compiled into one edit. Okay. So just you want a highly satisfying video, meaning like when you throw out an ad out there, you don't want to put some boring video with some kids that are struggling to kick a ball, right? Nobody wants to watch that. That's not satisfying. Like, you want your best players doing their best drills in a compilation video. Like, I would put like 6 or 7 of your best drills together, your best looking videos, slap them together with like 5-second intervals to keep it super satisfying and engaging, and just compile it into one edit. And then, obviously you got to put copy into the video, and you got to have a call to action, or hook value call to action formula and all that kind of stuff. But that's what you need. And then you need at least $500. Don't go into ads thinking you're going to spend $100 and then stop. Like, you need money, right? Like, you need to be making $500 a month to be able to spend that money on those ads, because $500 a month on ads, that's going to, on a 5-to-1 return industry average, is going to return you $2,500. So you'll profit $2,000 if you can spend $500. But if you're spending $100, there's no point. We're going to waste our time. Okay. Now here's some things you need to know before running your ads. All right. So first off, guys, ads work for literally everyone. I mean, everyone. As long as you have a good messaging with a proper value and call to action, like it's money. And you have a proper lead collection method attached to the ads. That's extremely important. Right? Where a lot of people go wrong, and I'll explain that in a second, is like they run these ads, but they don't collect methods. They don't have proper lead collection methods. Like they push them to like a website, or like they were like, oh yeah, just dial this number and we'll like, no, nobody's gonna do that, guys. All right, so you need to make sure that you need to know that ads work for literally everyone. They work for literally everyone, any business, anything, right? It's just if it's not working, then it's not the ads, it's you. Ads work. It's if they're not working, it's because of you, not anybody else. All right. 2, ads are an investment in a long game. Okay. 5-to-1 return. So you need to see ads as a long-term investment. Like, don't start running ads and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to run ads for the next month and make a ton of money and then turn it off. Like ads are forever. Like with my businesses, like I'm never turning my ads off ever. Like as long as they're performing, I'm running them. Simple, right? Like you need to create a marketing budget and accept I'm going to be spending X amount of dollars for the rest of my life on ads as long as I'm in business. Okay, because it's a long game, guys. You can't think of this like in the short term, because in the short term you're gonna probably blow some money. You're probably gonna waste some money. Like the first like 100, 200 bucks you spend on ads, unless you're in Robbie and David's circumstance, which was extremely rare, is you're going to probably lose money in the beginning because you have to figure out your ad game. Now, if you're working with somebody like myself who already knows what works and what doesn't, then you'll get results like Robbie and David. Right? But if you're trying to figure this out on your own, then yes, you got to be willing to lose some money in the beginning. That's just simple. It is. That's just how it's going to be. All right. Because remember, guys, 5-to-1 return. Right? Like it's a pay to win. That leads me to my next point. 3, it is pay to win. The more you spend, the more you earn. And industry average for ads is a 5-to-1 return. If you're doing worse than that, you're either A, spending a ton of money, which makes sense because the more money you spend, the less return you'll get, just because in turns you're doing way more volume. Right? But that doesn't happen until you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars or spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month anyway, right? But it should be an industry average 5-to-1 return. So if I put in $1, I get $5 out. So if I spend $1,000, I get $5,000 out, right? If I spend 10 grand, I get 50 grand out if your ads are right. Okay. But it's pay to win. Like the more you spend, the more you earn. So you need to accept, okay, I need to spend a bunch of money on this. Like that's just how you should go into it. Now, where do people go wrong when running their ads? Okay, this is probably the most important part of this video. 1, they don't have local targeting on with the Radius Max. Okay, so they don't, when people go into these ads, they're either boosting it through Instagram, which don't ever do, guys. Don't ever boost your posts through Instagram. They charge you 33.3% more to run those ads on there. Okay, it needs to be through Ad Manager. All right, but they don't have local targeting on. Like I see so many people's ads for soccer academies that like they're in freaking Virginia or they're in like Texas. I'm in North Carolina. I shouldn't be getting your ad. Even if I'm in Texas, I shouldn't even be getting your ad if I'm in Texas, if I'm not even in your area. Like you need to make sure you have a radius of 8 miles max on your ads, because then you're just spending money on people like me who are seeing your ad who are not qualified and nowhere near you. You're just wasting money at that point. Okay, so you need local targeting on with a radius. All right, 2, you're targeting the wrong demographic of people. So most of you probably aren't even targeting a demographic, right? Like it's so simple. All you have to do is target parents of school children, ages, whatever age you're looking for. That's it. So you're probably just targeting the wrong demographic of people, which is not bringing in the right leads. You're probably getting people that are not within your niche because you're targeting the wrong demographic of people, right? 3, their creative sucks and isn't following the ad formula hook value call to action. Okay, so this is the most disappointing part, is seeing people's ads and they suck, right? They think that they pay an editor and they're like, oh yeah, like this is a really cool edited video. Like this is really dope. Like this is going to work and this is going to make us look really cool. But in reality, it's just a video displaying what they do. There's no hook. There's no value. There's no call to action. And that's what I mean by this, right? In your video, you need a script. You need to make sure that you are calling out that specific type of person, right? So you can put up a video where, it's all your best drills, and then over it, you're talking over it, all right? And you're getting them with a hook value call to action formula, right? So you're calling them out in the beginning of the video. If you're a parent of a soccer player in the blank location who is struggling to find quality soccer training, then, right? So you're calling out a certain type of person, which is a parent of a soccer player in a specific location, and you're calling out one of their problems. So then people who are hearing that in that first 3 seconds, like, oh yeah, I'm a parent of a soccer player. Oh, I'm in the Raleigh area. Oh, I'm struggling to find quality soccer training. Let me continue to watch this video. That's what keeps people hooked, not your cool looking edited videos, because there's no value to that. There's no hook, right? And then boom, right after you get their attention is where the value comes in. This is where you make sure you get value for people, right? So we are looking for kids ages 9 to 14 here in the Raleigh area, Apex area, to come practice with us and improve their soccer skills. During our training, our exceptional coaches will work with kids to improve their speed, agility, passing, shooting, and much more. Okay, this is a really bad example. This is really generic, right? I want you guys to be way more specific about what you guys do and make it sound way cooler than this, but I'm just showing this to you as an example. But it's giving them value. So it's telling you exactly what you do, where you are, who you help, what specifically you do in training, and what you look to improve on. So there's the value. So you hook them with calling them out. You tell them exactly who you are and give them value. And then the most important part is the CTA, guys. It's the call to action. I get so fired up with this because I see so many people with crappy call to actions. And like you could have these two parts as great quality, but if you don't have this part, you're done for. Like, it doesn't matter all about this. Like, this is the most important part. Okay. So call to action is essentially just giving the person at the end of the video an action to do, telling them what to do. Okay. Because people are dumb, guys. People are not smart. All right. People need to be told what to do because they're not going to figure it out on their own. Right. And you can't tell them to call you, or you can't tell them to sign up on your website, or you need to make it as simple as possible. Like, it needs to be like a 5-year-old can complete your CTA, because that's what you need for people. Because people will go through your CTA and they have to click a bunch of buttons to get to your website. Like, they're not going to last that long. They don't care enough. Right. So you need to make sure that your CTA is something that tells them to do something right now in the moment that is very, very easy. Okay, so an example of that is clicking the link on this video to secure your spot. All right, now, like I said, right, and which leads me to my next point here, is people go wrong because they don't have a lead form attached. This is the biggest one, guys. All you guys are either sending them to your website, or you're like, call us, or you're like, send us a text message, or you're be like, call the in-store. Like, these call to action suck because you not collecting contact information on the spot. You're leaving it up to the customer to go out of their way to do something for you, right? You need a lead form attached to their to the ad, so they can just click on that lead form and then fill out a couple questions with their contact info and submit it right on the spot, and they can continue to scroll after that. It takes them 30 seconds. If you're taking them off of that website, you're taking them off Facebook and Instagram, they're going to be hesitant to do that because they want to continue to scroll. Okay, so you need a lead form attached to this, and then your call to action needs to be telling them, hey, click on the link, or click on the lead form, or click on the form attached below to secure your spot. Like, tell them exactly what they need to do. Tell them how simple it is, and it'll take 30 seconds, and have them fill out that lead form. Okay, but that's everything for me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're somebody who is looking to run ads for your soccer, football, basketball, whatever sport academy or club, then go to my Instagram at coach.noahv and submit an application. Always looking to work with more coaches. We guarantee our results, so it's definitely worth the phone call. So go check that out, guys. But that's everything for me. I hope this brought you guys value. If it did, please hit the like, comment, subscription, whatever buttons are below there. I don't really care. You do it. You do what you got to do. But I really appreciate you guys, and have a good one. Go make some money. Peace.